All right, welcome back. We're gonna get into this pretty quickly because I don't feel like spending forever going through this. I haven't even done my journaling. It was a later day at work today, so we're gonna go over the trades that I called out this morning, some additional ones that I jumped in, probably over traded a little bit, but yeah, we'll take a look at that. Why does that look so bad? Huh. So Webull's prices after hours are not going to be the most helpful thing. The account right now is showing that we're down about 2.5% on our, or sorry, 2% on our cumulative PN. Oh, it says I'm down 22, but that's down more than 22. So I don't know why those numbers are weird. So there you have it. It says I'm down $22. Realized PNL is minus 38. So not quite sure why that's a thing. We'll pull this over and pull this up a little bit so we can check out our actual positions. The two that I called out this morning, ADMA was one that here's the zone here. I went ahead and I did jump in long. That's the 4 hour. Okay, that looks a lot better. That candle's probably fake, is what I'm assuming. I don't think we'd see that kind of movement after hours. During the day, this thing was just super boring. I tagged in right here. Got my fill at 388, my stop filled. I saw this candle in the morning and I thought about taking the type 2, but I decided to wait because I was like, I don't want to buy something, especially we had CPI, we had things kind of shake out. This is only a $3 ticker, so I'm not going to rush into this. I'm going to set my stop. And of course, I got stopped in and then immediately it came back down. But that whole area of interest is holding overall. This chart obviously looks a lot better. You can see the zone from all the way back here. And I think if we look left, there's more interaction with this price point. So I think that's a pretty valid zone. Don can critique me on that, which he'd probably say, why are we zoning out something that only costs $3? But we've got, pretty solid channel up kind of formation going on. So I'm figured we can at least push it up to around here somewhere. Ideally, we'll see it push higher. If we get this kind of price action again, though, I'll probably end up like tagging out right there and calling it a day. But we'll see what happens. Give it a couple of days. It looks like it should be pretty solid. Once we hit probably up here, I'll put my stop at break even is what I'm thinking. Because I think once it gets there, I really don't anticipate it coming all the way back down to that type 3 again. And if that happens, then I'll just look at getting back in or something like that, I guess. So there's ADMA. The other one that I called out this morning was MSTR. I filled that one uh, during my little recording, and it's basically done nothing all day. It's kind of gone down. I don't like that lack of follow through. But looking at it on like the weekly, that's that right there is bear flag or reversal on the weekly. So not much more you can ask for right there. My stop makes sense, the trade makes sense, and hopefully we're about to see this thing turn up on the weekly. Uh, I think in general the markets on the weekly are looking like we came down, we pushed up, we're pulling back, we're consolidating sideways. Today was a choppy day. And I kind of wish I bought that dip. I kind of think that we're about to see this thing start pushing. I don't know if it happens this week. I kind of think over the next week or two we start seeing something more of a bullish trend form. The markets haven't been overly exciting lately, not in my opinion. So there we go. That was one that I filled. Another one that I had the alert go off on. This zone matches one I have in TradingView. I think this is one that Don actually mentioned. He said if it started pushing up, he would like it. So I jumped in, stopped down there. The zone is purple on TradingView, which means it's actually like a speed bump zone. So I should probably pay more attention to that. But I like it. I think it makes sense. So if we can push back up there, I'll get my stop in the green. The only thing that was annoying was we got a push straight up this morning on this wick, and that's when I bought in. I should have waited for the day to play out. But I was like, CPI is over, so why should I be worried? I'm just going to go ahead and jump in this trade. And this is all based on like the daily or the 4 hour time frame, anyways. So, if we get some choppiness like that, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Breaking down below where we were, like this would be really annoying, but that was pre-earnings, so that doesn't count. So I'm just saying if we break that, I'm out. And I'll look for the dip buy down there probably because look at that trend. Why wouldn't you buy that trend? Why Why didn't I know about that trend right here is the question. So DKNG is one that I did jump in. I did end up jumping in SPLK. Um, I had said I was going to wait for it to break that wick, and then as I was watching, I checked it later on in the day, and I saw this price action where it kind of pushed back up, and I'm like, you know what? That, like, we pushed down, we pushed up. If I were looking, well, I can see an argument being made either way, right? If I were looking to go long, then that's confirmation that we're holding the zone and about ready to launch it. Um, if anything, we are exhausting indicators. I would have a hard time thinking we don't see something more of a reaction out of this. We got the gap down. I guess that's a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. Bullish day today, but look at that curve in that. Like, it's just, if I knew where the actual tool was for this, I don't know where the tool is, so I'm not. Oh, paintbrush. There you go. Look, ready? Wee. It's just curving, and it's gonna come down to like here, and then probably bounce and go wee. Right? That's what we're thinking on that one, or at least that's what I'm thinking. How do I tell it not to do that? There we go. So there's my lovely art. If only things went that vertical that fast. But I like the curve in that. It kind of has me thinking that we're gonna see something good come out of it. So I'm short SPLK. Plus, I mean that means I'm in something short. I was in a couple long positions that are fighting me a little bit. The market was whipsawing today, so I'm like I'm gonna have a couple long, couple short until we really pick a direction. Um, and by a couple long, couple short, I mean that's literally my only short position. Flywire is one that I ended up taking at the end of the day because I saw it on FinViz when it was down here and didn't take this whole move. So it came back down. I would say that this zone makes a lot of sense. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy back in. I think the stop makes sense. I think the play makes sense. So let's hope that we have a repeat performance of this and, we get a nice run out of it. And probably we'll look at trailing my stop if we get up to about there. Yeah, if we break those highs, I wouldn't want to come in back down at that point. But I mean, day by day, as the daily candles form, we'll see where I can put my stop. So that's that play. And then, this IWM vertical. I'm running a system that I use. It's one of my option systems that I use that you'll do like 20% a year on the capital that you put into it. It's nothing super special. You go out 65 days on the monthly expirations and you sell like the 30 delta vertical. You pick up a minimum of, if you're doing it with IWM, it's a minimum of $25 on a $1 spread. If you're doing it with RUT, that's RUT, that's the index option for the Russell, you're going to pick up 250 for a $10 spread. So it's $250, 750 total risk on that. And the way that the system works is you check it once a day at the end of the day. And if you're down more than, like, so you picked up 25 cents. If you were down 25 cents or more per contract, you get out of it. And then you'll wait for the next monthly cycle to put it on. Otherwise, you're going to wait about a month. And then when the next cycle comes around, it's 65 days to expiration. You take this one off, you put the new one on. And you just sort of have this revolving wheel. So it ties up $500 of capital out of our $5,000 account. So there's, 10% of our capital tied up, but it's tied up in a system that's it's a back burner play. It should always be bringing in some theta. So if the Russell is going to, crash or anything like that, then we might run into some issues. But, and really, why did I not short up there? I'm kicking myself every time. And if we come back down here, that's like the imagine not buying. This is the really imagine not buying, and I was waiting for this and didn't get it. Yeah. So anyways, there you go. That's one of my option systems. Nice and boring, and I think it's going to fit pretty well for this account since we're doing a lot of stuff on the daily anyways. I ended up, I picked up, how many of those did I do? Is there a way of viewing? Why do I not have quantities on there? Whose idea was that? Was it like 5 of them? Is there a way that I can view my, well, this is dumb. Positions? That's going to be the exact same screen. There we go. 5 of those. So it's 5 verticals. Picked up 25 cents each. So that is $150 maximum risk that I'm putting on for a month-long trade. But this trade has like a 70 to 80% win rate or something like that. So I don't mind picking up, 3% risk on something that's just going to stretch it out that long. Like I said, that's just going to be a nice back burner play. That's the most complex option system I can run on Webull until they fix their options trading to where you can do like custom spreads or something like that. Because Webull doesn't want to be an options platform, I guess. You can do singles, but there's no way to like command click and then click another one. Like it's gonna change it every single time. So as soon as they fix it to where you can select multiple legs and do your own with a commission-free platform, I'm probably gonna throw some more complex stuff in there. But for right now, I don't have the patience for it. It would be way too complicated to run on Webull, and I'm not about to have a Robinhood account for just commissions-free options. So, um, but there you go. Those are my positions. I think I went through everything. I have a couple of alerts set for tomorrow, things that I'm looking out for in case the markets do start coming down. I'm really torn on JPN right now because we've had a really solid trend down, but this whole blue thing is like a weekly zone for me. You just see the interaction here on a weekly time frame. So I'm a little bit torn because that to me looked like the type 1 on a weekly scale. But, is it one of those like type 1 bounce, it comes down further and we start getting down here on JPM and I'm going to be probably bullish from there. Um, so we'll just wait and see. If we come down tomorrow on this, and start breaking below this wick, I will wait for that wick on that one. But if we start breaking below that, I'm probably going to short it with a stop up above this wick. Um, and I think that was about it. I don't think I had anything else that was like super super interesting. Deck sold off today. That's another one that was called out. That's just uptrend. So if we come down to there, why did it duplicate my alerts? That's annoying. If it comes down to there, I'm going to grab that. Um, that one I really like. I really like it, and honestly, if we break up above these wicks, we've wicked out of this twice now. I'm not confident enough to short it because why would I step in front of that freight train? But if we start breaking up on that, I'll probably jump in long with a stop it. What that would be? Do I want to go 80? Yeah, it'd be 532.85. Um, so, but that one's going to require capital, so I don't know if I would have the options. Yeah, that one. I think I actually looked at that this morning and I wasn't so sure, like 7 shares at 539 each. That's going to require $3,000 of capital, so that would be a capital hog, but it's an easy uptrend. So definitely thinking about it. I don't think options are liquid on this, or I'd just play options, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Other than that, nothing else going on. So leave your comments. If you see something obviously wrong that I could be doing better, let me know. Jake, Jake day trades, but he can swing trade, I'm assuming. So if you see something obvious, point it out. Done. If there's anything obvious, point it out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. If I get a video tomorrow. We'll see. Have a good one.